Welcome to Paw Prints on the Mountain, brought to you by the Humane Society of the White Mountains. I'm your host, Mike Bosely. Joining me in just a couple moments will be one of the techs from the Humane Society there at the shelter, and that'll be Sarah, and she's accompanied by a friend called Itty Bitty. We'll get to meet them in just a little bit. But first, before we do that, it's time to go into Mike's Pet Peeves. Now, Mike's Pet Peeves is merely my opinion. It's not the opinion of the board, the Humane Society, or really anybody important. It's just me talking to you. You know, the world has gone down the down, okay? You know what I mean. The world's gone down the down. And where did it all come from? Where did we as a world go wrong? I think it is when we changed from only having two style of denim jeans. There used to be straight leg and boot cut. Now you've got straight leg, wide boot cut, wide leg, low waist, skinny jeans. There's like 14. I used to be able to walk in and be like, I need that pair of jeans and I need that size. Boom, done. Now I walk in, there's like a whole wall of jeans. It's ridiculous. What happened to just a pair of jeans? Exit. No, now you've got all these fashions with jeans. Jeans are jeans, people. Leave them where they are. I think if we just simply went back to two, maybe, you know what, let's do three. We got wide leg, straight leg, and boot cut. Game, set, match. I think if we do this, we will take away a lot of the world's problems. Mainly the skinny jeans, which just really, I should not have ever been invented. What I hate worse than the stupid selection of jeans is when people leave their dogs outside overnight in the winter months. It gets frigid outside. You can tell it's cold by when you walk out and there's frost on your windshield. And then I drive a block away and there's a dog that's been outside all night, cold as heck. It literally drives me nuts. I am past the age of egging your house, but moments like those, I really have to fight that back because I would really love to egg your house if you leave your dog outside in the winter months. It's ridiculous. Please don't do that. Your pet is part of your family. And if your pet isn't part of your family, then maybe your family doesn't really need a pet. Pets are to be part of your family, and so you should treat them likewise. You wouldn't leave any of your children outside. You wouldn't leave your mother outside. You may want to leave your mother-in-law outside. I feel you. But we don't do that either. So why do we leave our animals outside? They have a thick winter coat. Yeah. That doesn't mean they're made to be outside. They're domesticated animals. Please put them inside your domicile. See how those words work? It's amazing. Amazing. Well, let me introduce you to our new friend. We've got Sarah. And Sarah, who do you have today with you?
This is Itty Bit.
Itty Bit.
Yes.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Itty Bit.
Itty Bit is a 4-year-old, a little over 4 years old. She's a Rottie mix that we've had at this shelter since February. All she really wants in life is to lick people's face and cuddle with them.
Sounds like Itty Bit needs to open a kissing booth.
Oh, yes. I think she wouldn't even need pay to do that.
just free kisses.
Free kisses.
Every now and then, I think a free doggy kiss is okay. I think it really helps the soul. Oh. And obviously it helps clean the face.
I'm definitely one of those people who is okay with doggy kisses.
I am as well. Now, so tell us what kind of family would really be great for Itty Bit.
Itty Bit would really enjoy a family that's very active, would take hikes, but most importantly has a lot of time for her.
Okay.
She just wants to be part of a family that can love her as much as she can give them love. Probably with older kids, because she can get very excited and will probably knock over the younger ones, but she has no problem with kids. But anyone who's willing to play with her and hug her and let her be important member of her family, is someone she'd love for the rest of her life.
Now, is Itty Bit going to go well with a family of lots of dogs or more of like a single dog kind of family?
She definitely would prefer to be the only dog. I mean, she definitely wants enough attention to be the only dog.
Right.
But she can't have friends. She just prefers to be alone.
Okay.
Which is okay.
We all have our own personalities, and of course, so due to things that you believe, and you as vet techs and shelter techs, you're around her personality all day. So she might have come from an abusive home. What kind of background might she have?
Well,
Obviously, you
what
can't.
we do know about her background is that she was kept pretty isolated.
Oh.
So she it took her a while to get used to people because she never really met people or other dogs. We definitely have noticed that she tends to be a little hand shy, but once she gets over that, she will shove her head into your hand. But she's a little shy around strangers on the first meeting or so, just like that.
Right.
And it probably just comes from the fact that when she was young, she never learned to be around lots of people at once.
So, I mean, Itty Bit is going to be a great family dog. She's ready to love, and she is just ready to go. That's amazing. And yes, so if you or anybody just looking for a Rottie mix, 4 years old, lots of spunk left, but a little out of the puppy stage, which, trust me, is, so you should go for this one. And she's very lovable. She likes kids. And all right, so I think all in all, I don't see why she wouldn't be a great member to somebody's family.
Oh, definitely.
I need more sturdy furniture. Notice the furniture. You might need sturdier furniture than we have here on the show. But so she weighs about 80 pounds or so?
Yeah, probably a little more now. And she's gained some weight and definitely put on a little more muscle.
Now, does she have any brothers and sisters?
She does have a dog. There's another dog at the shelter we do believe to be her brother.
Okay.
His name is Ace. He's about 40 pounds heavier.
Okay.
He's just as loving. Definitely like lower energy. So he'd be good for a family who just wants an indoor dog or even lives in an apartment and just wants a dog that they can walk. She would need a yard or hikes, lots of play. But he's a lot bigger, just as slobbery though, and just as loving.
She really does have this cuddle factor about her. I would definitely be able to. She would keep the other side of the bed warm, wouldn't you, girl?
She would happily do that.
Yes, you are a sweet dog. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Sarah. How long have you been at the shelter?
Well, I am coming up on a year now in December.
Okay.
Technically, I am a Kennel Tech.
Kennel Tech,
and,
yes.
It's been amazing working at the shelter. Not only is everyone super nice, but it's really my dream to like work with animals as a living. I've worked with animals since I could walk.
So you're just an animal person?
I really am. I really enjoy just the level of work that comes with caring for them and taking care of them, making sure everything's clean. It's just something I really enjoy doing, and seeing how happy the animals are afterwards is very rewarding.
Definitely, definitely. So it's got to be emotional working at the shelter. You see a lot of dogs, get better and then go on to move to their forever home. How has some of that emotional roller coaster been?
Well, it has not been as much of an emotional roller coaster as I really thought it would be.
Okay.
For me, I've always been aware that the shelter is really just a stopping place for them, and keeping them happy while they're there is the most important thing. So seeing them go home and stay with a family that they love and knowing that they're going to be super happy there is very fulfilling. And I'm always happy to see them go.
Okay.
What's more emotional for me is when they stay for a long time waiting for a family.
Yeah.
Because I just want to see them go to a place where they can be happy for the rest of their lives.
Of course. Of course. Well, it sounds like you need to adopt Itty Bit. It sounds like we've got a pre-foster fail right in our hand. Like you have all the mixings of a perfect foster fail. But we'll have to let you decide on that. But she seems like ready to be the perfect family member. And we know there's a lot of families out there looking for their forever home. So.
She's ready to go. She's ready to love somebody and just be hugged. That's all you want, right? Yeah. She's also super smart, so if someone wants to train a dog, she's ready for that too.
So we saw some of the tricks a little earlier off air. Would you mind demonstrating how well that you've started training her?
Yeah. Eddie? Good girl. You want to sit? Good. You want to lie down? Good job. That's pretty much as far as she's gotten.
So describe the clicker and your method with it.
Well, the clicker is technically just a marker, so you can precisely mark the behavior you want.
Okay.
So once they can associate the sound of the clicker with a treat, you can start to mark like the sitting. And so they know that, hey, that sound means I'm doing it right, and they start to figure it out themselves, and they'll repeat it. And that's how I trained her. So now if I just click, she'll look directly back at me for that treat. And it's really just that positive association.
Okay.
A lot of just positive rewards. I don't like to use negative reinforcement in any of the training I do.
I think that's perfectly understandable.
Yeah, it's very easy to do. I encourage it for a lot of people because it's one of the easiest methods to learn how to do.
Right.
Clickers are really cheap too.
Yes, they are.
It's just getting amount of treats and just having at least 15 minutes a day, and it works really well. I mean, I actually recently did a foster fail at a shelter of a Roddy mix puppy. But by the time he was about 2.5 months old, I had him housebroken. A week or so later, he learned to sit. He learned to walk on a leash around 3.5 months old.
Wow.
It's just because I use clicker training. I do that with all my dogs.
Wonderful. Well, you've got the touch. You definitely have got the touch. Would you like one of my labs for a weekend?
Sure.
Yes.
Depends.
Yeah, right.
Labs are a handful.
Yes. Don't I know it? So let's see. What other things are going on there at the shelter? Do you know about the adoption process?
I do. I mean, us Kennel Techs are a big part of it because we spend the most time with the dogs and learning to get to know the dogs.
Of course.
So when someone comes in, we're the people who take them on a tour. And during that tour, we do the best to learn about the person's situation and what they're looking for and match them with a dog that we know would be good with them.
Okay.
I mean, not only is it good for the dog, but we're hoping that by doing that, the dog's not going to come back to us at all.
Right.
Which is unfortunate when it does happen. So we are a huge part of that process. And when it actually comes down to adopting, we try just to get people the dogs that they will love and they'll work and are not going to be too much for them. Eddie, where are you going?
So not only are you a Kennel Tech, but you you're a matchmaker.
Yeah, kind of.
You're really like the little all year round matchmaker, taking the perfect dog for the perfect family and making that perfect match. All right, so put that on your resume, Kennel Tech / matchmaker. I think that'll take you places. I think you'll go. Hey, we'll be back in just a couple more moments. We're going to talk all about the Humane Society. We're going to touch on the Doghouse Thrift Shop. We're going to talk about the raffle that's coming up. Actually, the raffle's going on right now. We'll talk about all of that coming up in just a little bit right here on Paw Prints on the Mountain, brought to you by the Humane Society of the White Mountains. Hello and welcome to Paw Prints on the Mountain, brought to you by the Humane Society of the White Mountains. I'm your host, Mike Bosely. So we've got lots of things going on there at the Humane Society that I'd like to let you know about. Of course, we've got our Doghouse Thrift Shop. Talk about time to do some Christmas shopping. Yeah, believe it or not, Christmas is here. And if you went to Lowe's, you probably knew Christmas was here 2 months ago. But Christmas is here, and make sure and swing by the Doghouse Thrift Shop. Not only are you going to find, it's literally a Christmas room. You're going to find a Christmas room, but you're also going to find so much more. From clothes to books to kitchen to outdoors to electronics, literally it's almost all there. just swing on down. The crew at the doghouse is making it look wonderful and doing their best to make sure all the amazing donations that they get to reach out to the floor. That's why they only accept donations 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So make sure and drop off your gently or new used items and get those there. So swing on down, make a difference. Now, we do want your, as I was saying, gently used or new items. Kind of think, would I give this to my mother? You know, I mean, would I give this to my mother? Would I give this? Make that decision. We want to try and keep the merchandise that is in and out of the thrift shop as well. We want to be as high class as we can be. We want to have that new stuff at thrift shop prices. And you guys, the community, have helped out numerous times throughout many, many years, and we're so very grateful for that. So, what is going on at the Humane Society besides just the things there at the Doghouse Thrift Shop? Well, we have got a Christmas raffle going on. Now, with this Christmas raffle, you can go on to hswm.org and you can follow links, buy the ticket there. You can call the shelter at 928-368-5295 and you can purchase tickets there. The drawing is going to be December 11th and it's going to be at Pet Sense at 1 p.m. You don't have to be present to win, so you don't have to rearrange your schedule to win this iPad, but the tickets are $10. I don't know anywhere else where $10 is not only going to possibly get you a 32 gig Wi-Fi 8th generation iPad, or I don't know anywhere where your $10 is going to be better used. Really, $10 for one of those, and if you don't win, you donated to one of the best causes there is in the world, the Humane Society of the White Mountains. So it's like a double win. You're winning twice while you're still winning twice. See? Yeah, it's good stuff. So once again, call the shelter, 928-368-5295. So we've got the iPad, we have the Doghouse Thrift Shop. At the beginning of the year, we will have our official No-Show Fur Ball 2022. We'll get those invitations out to you guys as quickly as possible. Other things that we've got going on, the Paws Clinic. So our grant money for the license plates has expired. We've gone through all of the money that we got through the grant from the Arizona license plate program. You see those license plate that has the little puppies on it? Well, every time you do that, not only do you get the cool license plate, yes, you pay the little 40 or whatever that charge is, but what happens is that money gets divided throughout the state. We apply for our grant and whatnot. We go through that process, and then we can use that money to help spay and neuter our community. And when that money is there, it's there. What a need we still have in this community for spaying and neutering dogs. And the Humane Society is a great way to get that done. That being said, it's kind of a big deal, and a lot of people do use that program. So if you're looking to spay or neuter your dog next week, maybe you don't go that route. That being said, we're booked a couple months out. The Paws Clinic, not only do we have a phenomenal doctor, we've got great staff, and they are able to do so much, not only for the community, but they are there for all the animals in the shelter. And so when the animals come in, they have to make sure that they're shots. They get shots so they can be introduced to the general population. You've got injuries that have happened. Of course, we want to make sure these animals are as healthy as possible when they move to your family. So there's got to be sometimes, sadly, surgeries or what have you, broken bones, it goes on and on. The Paws Clinic and the doc do amazing, wonderful miracles there with these animals. So when you hear about the money that the Humane Society uses on a daily basis, the reason for all of that is because of all of those expenses there at the Paws Clinic. And then, of course, you got inside the shelter. Now, I've had some up and downs in my life, and let me tell you, these dogs got it pretty darn good. I mean, fresh linens every day, toys, 2 square meals a day, which, yeah, there was days in my life when I didn't have 2 square meals a day, fresh, clean toys and fresh sheets. So these dogs are doing pretty good. And that's what we want to show them. We want to instill the fact that there is love in this world, and where they are going to go, where little itty bit is going to move when she finds her forever home, there is amazing happiness in the world. And it all started with the Humane Society. It's amazing how many dogs come back as alumni. And it's so happy, the staff seeing these dogs, seeing them in their new environment, their new personalities. It's amazing what the power of love can really do. So, if you have a little love in your heart, please, please volunteer for the Humane Society. Whether you're volunteering and donating money, or whether you're volunteering and donating your time, both are extremely valuable to you. And both are needed at the Humane Society, whether it be the shelter, whether it be at the doghouse thrift shop, whether it be on one of our committees for our events, such as Happy Tales. Maybe you're already a volunteer and you'd like to do a little more. Please fill out an application and see if you'd like to join the board of directors. Believe it or not, we're actually a really nice group of people. Yeah, I guess that was a little self-ad there. So please, we are looking for more board of directors. So if you would like to volunteer a little more, please reach out to Dina or whoever is there taking that kind of information, and reach out that way. If you are looking to donate your time, volunteer, then Callie is going to be your person of contact. We're very excited to have her in that new position, and very excited for what she is going to bring to the Humane Society from that perspective. So reach out. Once again, the shelter number is 928-368-5295. Just go ahead and put that right in your smartphone and have it all ready to go. Well, that is going to do it for us today. But I do appreciate you joining us. Please show the animals some love. If you're looking to add to your family, the shelter should be your first stop. If you have lost your animal, the shelter should be your first call. Please, please, we want to help and reunite, and dogs get turned in to us all the time from all over the White Mountain area, from Winslow all the way into Apache County and everywhere in between. So if you lose your dog, give the shelter a call. Best, come and visit the shelter and see if it's your dog, because some people call a brown dog a gray dog. It's just easier. If you give the shelter a call, hey, do you have a collie-like dog? Great, that might be mine. I'm on the way. Of course, if you lost your child, wouldn't you be on your way? That is going to do it for us today. But I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And we will see you next month right here on Paw Prints on the Mountain, brought to you by the Humane Society of the White Mountains.